We are back with another episode of the We'll Just Agree
to Disagree
podcast. I'm Ryan Lee.
And I'm Beyonce Fox. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, B.
How are ya?
Good, how are you?
Swell.
All right.
I love fall.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying, it's a beautiful fall day.
But I feel like we're not really getting fall. I feel like it's gone from summer to winter.
No, you just told me that my jacket was too heavy.
Right, because I feel like it's gone to summer to winter, though.
But if it's winter already, my jacket shouldn't be too heavy for the day. You're saying that
I
it's
get what
too
you're saying,
warm.
but like,
yeah.
I just feel like it's a weird weather. Like, it's been cold these past few days, but then it's supposed to be like 62 or something today. Like, I'm just over fall because I feel like fall's that in between. You don't know what you're supposed to dress like. It's not really hoodie season.
Yes.
Pumpkin's nasty.
Yeah,
Anything
no,
pumpkin.
No. This is my favorite season of the year. I love fall when the leaves change colors.
That does nothing
you
for
wear
me.
a nice sweater or
It's
big,
dark.
thick
At,
hoodie.
it's dark at like 4 p.m.
Now I'm with you on that. Cannot stand.
I hate that.
First of all, not at 4, maybe more like 6:30.
6, yeah.
But then we got to move the clocks back, so then it's really going to be more like coming up on 4 o'clock when it gets dark. That's the only thing I don't like about the fall. But outside of that, oh my gosh, the
You
boots.
even got fall hair. You change your hair color?
No, it's
look
been
a little
this
red.
color.
You got a
It's
little
been
red
this
in it for
color.
fall, huh?
You don't notice me, Ryan.
No,
It's
what?
been this color for
May
weeks.
not be noticeable.
Uh,
I'm just kidding. You set
No, you're
yourself
not.
up there.
You're not just
You set yourself up.
But anyway, I love fall. My absolute favorite season of the year. It's just so beautiful.
Look at
The
your nail polish
sunrises,
color.
the sunrises, the sunsets. It's just so amazing. Fall, I love you. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna talk about.
Can we just talk about an interview has come out
Mm-hmm.
with Jada Pinkett Smith on the Today Show.
Like legit Today Show.
Like a legit sit down interview.
Not a gossip site or anything.
No, a legit sit down interview that you guys can go check out the interview now. The first clip that has had social media going crazy is that she confirms that her and Will Smith have been separated since 2016.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I promise you. I don't know what I was watching because, I watch a lot of news. I don't know what I was watching, but I thought she kind of hinted around to that before.
Say it has been said before.
Okay.
Why would you go on stage and slap Chris Rock at the Oscars for talking about your wife, who is not your wife for many of years? It's not like
No, she's still his wife.
Okay,
They're just separated.
technically. But it's not a separation where it sounds like they're getting back together. It was not a separation like this just happened, so it's kind of like,
But you still have to defend your wife. Now, I'm not with that slap at all. At all. I thought it was the most foolish thing, the most immature thing that anybody could do. And the way he did it and the platform that he used to do it, I am not with that at all. But that's still technically his wife.
Can we agree that Jada is whack for this right now?
Pretty much, yeah.
What are your thoughts from a female's standpoint? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, what do you mean, whack as far as making the announcement now?
What is the purpose of you announcing this now?
Oh, okay.
After you then made Will go through all of this, he did the red table talk.
Yeah.
His life has really been, safe to say, not the same since the slap.
Oh, absolutely, and it will never be. I mean, I think his career is kind of tarnished for the ages.
Forever, unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, people will always go back to this. This is one of those infamous situations that will never be lived down. This goes in the annals of history right here, and it's so sad. But as a woman, would I have said anything? No, that's between me and my husband, and we're just gonna carry on. And there's a reason why she brought it out to the public, though.
That's what I'm curious to know is why now?
Definitely a reason.
And what was the reason? Is there a book on the way? Is there a tell-all? What was the reason?
There may be a divorce, an actual divorce on the way.
And they want to get out of it?
Yeah.
Ahead of it before?
Maybe. I don't know. We've heard about the relationship.
We have.
For so many years, how different it is, how unique it is. So with those two, nothing surprises me.
Now, I have to go back and watch the full long interview, but there's also a clip that has been surfaced that allegedly Jada says back in the day, Chris Rock, when the divorce was first brought up as a rumor, Chris Rock called Jada and wanted to take her out on a date. But Jada said, no, we're not getting a divorce, Chris. Like, these rumors aren't true. Like, we're not getting a divorce. So he said, oh, okay, my bad. She said he was very apologetic, my bad. And that was the end of it. So now people are feeling like when Will went to slap Chris, there was some underlying tension in that slap.
Okay. And there was. I mean, there was underlying tension in it because of her affair with August Alsina. Like, that was bottled up.
Well, see, and see, I forgot about that until you said this.
What?
So that's
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
dude, her entanglement. Like, and this is just facts. It's not something we're making up. I mean, she's mentioned all of this on her Red Table Talk series, so it's not like we're making it up. But you know, she met August Alsina, who's much younger than her, through her son back in 15. So they've been separated since 16. So it's kind of starting to make sense. The
timeline's making sense.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong for saying this. Is Jada going to be, or is the downfall to Will Smith and his career?
No, because Jada didn't tell him to go up on that stage and slap that man.
Okay.
He's responsible for his own actions.
But do you see everything she's put him through?
I understand that.
From the entanglement of that embarrassment. We did not know the word entanglement until the August Alsina, Will Smith.
Oh, I knew what it meant.
What?
Because I read a lot.
Okay.
So.
Some of us did not know the word entanglement. This whole Chris Rock thing. Because of Jada. Now, granted, he went on stage and did what he did.
Yeah.
Now, this is how we're finding out you've been separated all these years. I'm starting to look at them like, number one, I'm sick of them.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm kind of sick of hearing about them.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I think, I don't want to say they're liars, but they're liars.
Why?
Okay.
You think they're kind of fraudulent?
I think they're frauds.
Okay.
Maybe lying is the wrong word because technically, like you said, they're not lying. They're technically married.
Yeah.
I think there's some fraud things going on. Exactly.
We don't know.
I don't think Will is this type of person, but I feel like Will is doing this for the sake of his family, maybe, and for the sake of the kids, and he's just going along with it.
I think he's doing it for the sake of his ego. That's what I think.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think this is a male ego situation. I'm not a man. I don't know how you guys think, but on the outside looking in, it looks like, okay, what do you have to prove, fam? Like, she had the entanglement, the affair with a much younger man. Mm-hmm. She admitted that. You guys discussed it publicly. Your life is always in the public. Right. That's the first mistake right there. And I don't know. I feel like, you know, as a man, you got to defend your manhood, you know? So he had to go up there and slap that dude. I promise you, before he even got up to slap him, they looked at each other like, Facts. So this whole thing is just so weird. Leave your relationships off of social media, people.
I agree with that.
You are prominent celebrities. You're already on a platform. Your relationship does not need to be on that platform too.
I just hate that we have put Will in the black community at such a high level.
Who did?
Damn.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest. I do feel like the black community put Will at a higher standard level and at a pedestal. And I think, and I truly feel like we did. And that's why we were so disappointed in what he did at the Oscars. If Will did not, if Will was anybody that we really didn't look up to, we wouldn't have been that disappointed. The same way the black community was disappointed in Bill Cosby, because we looked at them as the Hustables, the black family. The same way some black people are disappointed in R. Kelly, because we looked at you as the king of R&B. So I will say, I do believe the black community put Will on a certain level that starting with the slap, honestly, starting with the entanglement, then the slap, now this is all like a facade. Like, if you were really never with this chick, you did not have to go in there and slap the dude to have two black men fighting on that national stage.
I agree. I totally
agree. I look at Jada like I feel like Jada is
what? Do tell.
I'm trying to keep it. I don't like people like that. I think Jada has used her personal life to keep her name in people's mouths, to keep her career alive, I think she used Will in the midst of all this and dragged him with it. I don't believe Will wanted to sit at that Red Table Talk and talk with August Alsina.
If he didn't want to, he should not have done it.
But that's why I feel like Will is doing it for the sake of, I'm trying to keep my family together.
No.
I'm trying to keep an image.
No, sir.
I think Will is fighting the battle, like you said, the ego, an image that he's trying to uphold.
Yeah, you keep your business between you and your walls of your home with your wife. You don't share your business, especially intimate business like that. You don't share it with the public. That's something I've just always felt, even on a personal level. Dating, your girlfriends should not be in your personal business when it comes to what's happening with you and your man. That is your relationship. You don't share business. You don't tell them things. Some intimate details should just remain between you and him, you and her.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Now, watching this, guys, the interview just dropped today. Let me put that out there, disclaimer. We don't know what's going to come out in the next few days, but I'm going to ask you this as if right now. How do you think Will react to this? Do you think he'll do a sit-down interview? Do you think he'll stay quiet? Because he has kind of been quiet. How do you think Will react to this?
I just think the majority of the people probably just don't care at this point, because we've been, constantly inundated with their information and their life and their crazy relationship and so I honestly don't think that and I can't speak for everyone. Let me just say this. I don't care. I gotta speak for me and me alone.
Yeah.
Because you're right. There are some people who are fans and hold these celebrities to a higher level. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, that's your business. I really don't care.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I cared prior to this. I cared when that Oscar slap happened to see how all that was gonna play out.
That part I do care about.
Yeah, that
was on another level.
I definitely was one that put Will kind of on like one of those pedestals of I do in the black community. Yeah. I was not Jada, but Will.
Okay.
I will say after this interview, I'm over it. Mm-hmm. I think y'all just need to squash this, whatever weird situation y'all have going on, and keep it private, or just end it and move on, because it's very weird. And I don't think now, because like we said earlier, it's kind of giving fraud.
Yeah.
I won't take anything y'all do seriously at this point.
Yeah,
I don't want to see no red table talk. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. I think you basically, and if you watch the interview, the way she's smirking and laughing about it, kind of like, hey, yeah. We've been separated. And it was very like, now we've been invested in y'all relationship. You brought us in and we stayed. Now maybe we the dummies.
Who's we? I could have cared less.
But I will say now,
I care less now.
I'm kind of over them.
I do care about people, and I do care about, the relationships and whatever. But when it gets this messy and this just over,
it's too much.
It's like, okay, you guys, are you doing this for attention at this point? Like,
yeah.
What is it that we can do to help you? Because obviously you have the money to see a therapist, a psychiatrist, psychologist, marriage counselor, whatever you want to do, do that, heal, and move on.
Yeah.
But things like this get messy. It's like an entanglement, no pun intended. It's like a web of deceit, lies, just whatever. And it affects a lot of people. Look what it's done to his career. Look what it's done to hers. And look what it's done to August Alsina's. Look what it's done to their children. It's like too much unnecessarily.
Have you seen the memes? Because this is how I feel about this whole situation. Leave us out the group chat.
Yep.
And that's exactly how I feel.
Please leave us
like when
out.
It was like Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. Leave us out the group chat.
Yeah.
Kanye and Kim.
Yep.
Leave us out the group chat. I'm now adding Will and Jada. Leave us out the group chat.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Who knows what the future holds for them? I wish them both the best. I love love. I love the sanctity of marriage and relationships and all of that. I get it 100%, but man, y'all, and this goes for a lot of people who are on platforms and not even on platforms, just regular average Joes like me and you. Just keep your relationships to yourself, It's not good to share. It's not good to share.
All right, well, that's our thoughts. This may be, unless something like really breaking happens, this may be one of the last few times we talk about their relationship on this podcast.
Okay, good.
Unless something like major happens.
Okay.
Then we got to discuss it.
Yeah.
But for right now, I think we're both kind of over them.
Over it.
All right, that's it of this episode of the We'll Just Agree to Disagree podcast. You can follow me at Ryan Media Lee.
And me at Beyonce Fox.
Peace.
Bye.